Neptune has 14 known moons. Here's a detailed breakdown of the most significant ones. Triton, largest moon. Diameter, 2,710 kilometers, 1,680 miles, orbit. Retrograde orbit. Opposite direction of Neptune's rotation, indicating it may have been captured by Neptune's gravity. Discovery, 1846 by William Lassell. Key features. Triton is unique because it is the only large moon in the solar system that orbits in the opposite direction of its planet's rotation. It has an extremely thin atmosphere, composed mostly of nitrogen. The surface is covered in frozen nitrogen and methane with ice volcanoes, cryovolcanoes, believed to spew liquid nitrogen. Triton has a highly active surface with geysers that spout nitrogen gas and dust particles into space. It may have an internal ocean beneath its icy surface, as suggested by geologic activity. Nereid. Diameter, 340 kilometers, 211 miles. Orbit, highly eccentric, elliptical, ranging from 1.3 million kilometers to 9.6 million kilometers from Neptune. Discovery, 1949 by Gerard Kuiper. Key features. Nereid is the third largest moon of Neptune and has an unusual orbit that makes its distance from Neptune vary significantly. Its eccentric orbit makes it a subject of interest in studying gravitational interactions in the Neptunian system. Proteus. Diameter, 418 kilometers, 260 miles. Orbit. Orbits Neptune at a distance of around 117,000 kilometers. Discovery, 1989 by Voyager 2. Key features. Proteus is irregularly shaped, possibly due to its small size and low gravity. It has a heavily cratered surface, with some craters appearing to be older than those on other Neptunian moons. It is one of the darkest objects in the solar system, with a surface that reflects only about 6% of the sunlight that hits it. There is a possibility that Proteus was once a part of a larger moon that broke apart. Larissa. The diameter, 194 kilometers, 121 miles. Orbit. Orbits Neptune at a distance of about 17,000 kilometers. Discovery, 1981 by the Voyager 2 spacecraft. Key features. Larissa is a small, irregularly shaped moon. It was discovered when the Voyager 2 spacecraft passed by Neptune. It was later lost and rediscovered in 1999 by the Hubble Space Telescope. Galatea. Diameter, 170 kilometers, 106 miles. Orbit, close to Neptune, at about 62,000 kilometers away. Discovery, 1989 by Voyager 2. Key features. Galatea plays a crucial role in Neptune's rings, acting as a shepherd moon for one of the planet's narrow rings. It is irregularly shaped, and its surface is thought to be heavily cratered. Galatea is thought to have a substantial effect on the dynamics of the surrounding ring particles. Despina. The diameter, 148 kilometers, 92 miles. Orbit, 52,500 kilometers from Neptune. Discovery, 1989 by Voyager 2. Key features. Despina orbits just inside Neptune's outermost ring. Like many other small moons of Neptune, Despina's surface is thought to be heavily cratered. A diameter 22 kilometers, 14 miles. Orbit 24 million kilometers. Discovery 2002 by the University of Hawaii. Key features. Sao is a very small, irregularly shaped moon. Its orbit is moderately eccentric and inclined. Hippocamp. Diameter 34 kilometers, 21 miles. Orbit. Discovered in 2013, Hippocamp is the smallest known moon of Neptune. Key features. It orbits Neptune within the rings and is quite close to the planet, suggesting it might be a captured body or the result of the fragmentation of another moon. Hippocamp's discovery was made through Hubble observations. Thalos. The diameter 80 kilometers, 50 miles. Orbit 12,000 kilometers from Neptune. Discovery 1989 by Voyager 2. Key features. Thalassa is a small, irregularly shaped moon. Its orbit is inside the planet's main ring system. 10. Naiad. Diameter 58 kilometers, 36 miles. Orbit 48,000 kilometers from Neptune. Discovery 1989 by Voyager 2. Key features. Naiad is the innermost of Neptune's moons and orbits close to Neptune's rings. It has a slightly elongated shape, likely due to the gravitational forces exerted by Neptune. 11. Halimede. Diameter 62 kilometers, 39 miles. Orbit 21 million kilometers. Discovery 2002. Key features. Halimede is a retrograde moon, meaning it orbits Neptune in the opposite direction to the planet's rotation. It is irregularly shaped and has a very distant, inclined orbit. Samathe. Diameter 40 kilometers, 25 miles. Orbit 24 million kilometers. Discovery 2005. Key features. Samathe is another retrograde moon, and like Halimede, it orbits Neptune at a great distance. Lamedia. Diameter 20 kilometers, 12 miles. Orbit 21 million kilometers. Discovery 2002. Key features. Lamedia is one of the smaller moons and orbits Neptune in a retrograde manner. 14. S. 2004 N1. Diameter unknown, very small. Orbit 23 million kilometers. Discovery 2004. Key features. This is the smallest of Neptune's moons and was discovered by astronomers using the Hubble Space Telescope. Additional information. Rings. Neptune has a system of faint, narrow rings, and many of its moons influence these rings, particularly the smaller ones like Galatea and Despina, which act as shepherds to maintain the ring's structure. Retrograde orbiting moons. Several of Neptune's moons, including Triton, orbit in a retrograde motion, which is unusual and suggests they may have been captured by Neptune's gravity, rather than forming in place. Exploration. Much of the detailed knowledge of Neptune's moons comes from the Voyager 2 flyby in 1989. No spacecraft have visited Neptune since then, although missions to the outer solar system, like New Horizons, have provided more data.